kind of amplified like the hate you were getting as well?
For sure, yeah. I mean, social media has its ups and downs with me and a lot of kids. I feel like everybody, LeBron's proved he's the best player in the world, and people still gonna find a way to hate. And social media, someone can talk so crazy because you don't know who it is. They can make a burner page and say whatever they want. And I just feel like social media is a place where people won't say a lot of the stuff they type in person.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode. All right, guys, we got Shareef O Neal here today. How's it going, man?
Good, brother. How you doing?
Good. Can't complain.
Good.
What you been working on? I see you kind of taking a step back from hooping a bit, right?
Yeah, this year, just been chilling, spending a lot of time with my family, is working, learning more about the business side of basketball and, just life. I feel like that's an important thing to know when you're growing up, is just the business things. And my dad does a great job of being a businessman on and off the court. So, I'm just starting to learn more about that stuff.
Yeah. What's that transition like? Because basketball is probably the main focus for you your whole life, right?
Basketball has always been the main focus. I'm still hooping. I just took a little break to kind of learn more about the business things. And, he's always preached that on us, that we don't need another basketball player. He wants someone to take over this company, that company. And, while hooping, I'm still going to learn about the business stuff. So, I'm looking forward to taking over some things that, owning some things of my own.
That's cool, dude. Which one of the businesses interests you the most at this point?
I mean,
there's so many. I see him on every commercial.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, he has too many commercials. I want to do my own business one day. I love pizza, love Papa John's. He has so many things, but I want to do my own business. I want to do some stuff with shoes, fashion, just all types of stuff. It's a lot of stuff I want to do. Yeah,
Jordan with the shoe brand was super innovational, right?
And I think his sons take care of it now. I feel like that's a cool thing. I want to take over my dad's companies one day. I want to own my own stuff because, just seeing how he moves and the people he knows from doing this business work was really inspiring to me.
Yeah, that man knows everyone.
Yeah, everyone, everybody.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to grow up and meet these people. What was that like?
It was different. It kind of hits different now that I'm older, realizing the people I was around, chilling in the locker room with, D-Wade, LeBron, Kobe, and then now that I'm older, I got to meet like the owners of Walmart and a bunch of other brands, and I'm like, well, these people are, kind of cooler than most people I've met, just because, Walmart is everywhere, and these people were just talking billions of dollars, and that was the coolest thing I've heard in a long time.
Wow, they were just casually talking numbers.
Yeah, like I don't even think they said millions one time. I think it was just straight billions. And I'm like, it was crazy.
That's how you know you're in the right room. Holy crap! Yeah, because Shaq's products are in all the WalMarts, right?
Yes, and I think he has the record for most money spent in one Walmart. I
saw that. Yeah. And that was on your Christmas, right?
Yeah. And he just, like, he went Christmas shopping for us. And then, there was a lot of people in the store, and he just, what do you guys want? What do you guys want? Just buying kids toys, buying them bikes, computers, phones. He just, when he's in that happy mood, he'll just kind of splurge on anybody around. So, that's a good thing about him.
He's so giving. Is that something you kind of...
Yeah, I always look to give back. I've been working with American Heart Association, to promote heart health and kind of give back to them after what I went through with the surgery and all that. So, I'm giving back there. I always look to, take care of people that, that need to be taken care of.
Yeah, dude, I want to dive into that surgery because that was crazy just seeing that from a distance. Mm-hmm. Was there any signs you had a heart condition leading up to that moment?
Not a lot of people know this, but when I was a kid, I would have a lot of problems. Like elementary school, I missed a lot of elementary school living. And this is like around the time my dad was in Miami. I'd be at recess or PE. I'd pass out, wake up in the hospital. We never knew what it was. I missed months and months of school, and I got something called a little heart ablation. And then when I was growing up, my mom would take me to get a stress test every year. Every single doctor would clear me to play basketball. Freshman year of college at UCLA, the trainer, Shane, he saw my medical records because UCLA is such a great medical school. They saw my medical records, and he's like, why are you in the hospital all this time? And, I was like, it was fine. It's something I did when I was a little kid. And then he's like, I'm going to make you wear a heart monitor. And I was very against it because, I'm a freshman at UCLA. I'm trying to get at girls. I'm not going to get at girls with this heart monitor showing. And then, I took it off after a few days.
Is it on your...
Yeah, you could see it was all, like, you could see it poking on my shirt. It's a huge heart monitor. So I took it off, I'm like...
Shout out to Rocket Money. Have you guys ever had a subscription you forgot about or double paid on a subscription? Look no further than Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that you can use to track and cancel unwanted subscriptions and monitor your spending. It also helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, you have full control over your subscriptions and a clear view of your expenses. You can see all your subscriptions in one place, and if you see something you don't want, they can help you cancel it with just a few taps. Your dashboard also shows you your monthly spending compared to last month, so you can track your spending habits and create a custom budget to help keep your spending on track. Rocket Money also negotiates lower bills for you by up to 20%. They help me get my phone bill down. All you gotta do is submit a picture of your bill and they take care of the rest. They'll deal with customer service for you. They have over 5 million users, have saved over $500 million in canceled subscriptions, and they save their members up to $740 a year on average when you use the app. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/DSH. That's rocketmoney.com/DSH.
I don't need this. I kind of got upset I had to wear it, and then he finally told me, if you don't wear it, I'm not going to clear you. So I'm like, cool, I'll wear it. And he's like, if you feel anything, just press the button. And when I was a kid, before I pass out, my heart would beat really, really fast. Like I would get lightheaded, and I never got that feeling until I put that heart monitor back on in practice.
Oh, wow.
And I was running, and I felt it. And, I'm like, okay, that was weird. I still didn't want to press the button because I'm like, I'm so against this heart monitor. I don't want to press the button. I felt it. I was like, I'm going to keep going. And then I felt to do it a little bit again, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to press the button. Cool. And then, boom, that's how they found it. So, I mean, it was super weird to me. I feel like it wasn't a sign that I was going to have to get heart surgery. I feel like it was a sign from above that I needed to press that button because I haven't got that little rapid heart feeling since I was a kid. And the fact that I finally got it again when I had that monitor on, was a blessing. So I feel like that's the only sign I really saw leading up to that. Yeah.
So you believe it was like a sign to slow down a little bit, maybe?
For sure. I felt it once and I kind of brushed it off. But once I felt to do it again in the same practice, I was like, let me just press it because, maybe it won't be that bad. Maybe it's just something they'll see. And me not realizing it's a whole heart, it was always going to be not so good if something's wrong. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Was that like something genetic or was it stress induced?
I was the only one in my family who had it, really.
Oh, wow.
I know everybody in my family got heart tests right after they found about me.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
And I was the only one. I was the unlucky one, but it's all good.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is crazy, man. Growing up, did you feel a lot of pressure to kind of make it to the league and everything?
I say yes, but no. Most of my years, I want to say it was till I was about 15, people didn't know who I was. And then it wasn't like a set plan my family had, but I always went to school. Nobody knew who my family was. Always played on teams. Nobody knew, like maybe a few. But when I was about 15, I had an 8 o'clock in the morning game. And I see a guy with the camera down there. And I'm like, oh, somebody's filming the game. Cool. I had a great game. I would say about 7 hours later, Shaq's 15-year-old son, blah, blah, blah. Hoop mixtape. And I've always loved hoop mixtape growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dang, I got a hoop mixtape. Sending it to all my friends. Next day, 1 million views. Day after, 2 million. So it just started growing like crazy. My Instagram started growing. And then I think the next game I had was about 2 weeks later, and it was packed gym. And I was like, okay, this is when it kind of hits. And, I didn't really feel pressure because he always told us we don't need another basketball player. But, I wanted to go to the NBA. I wanted to play basketball. So, the more I dove into it, the more pressure I kind of felt. But then again, I don't really believe in pressure because, my name's not Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Shareef. We play two different styles, 2 different eras. So it's kind of there, but it's kind of not at the same time.
I feel that. And do you feel like social media kind of amplified like the hate you were getting as well?
For sure, yeah. I mean, social media has its ups and downs with me and a lot of kids. I feel like everybody, LeBron's proved he's the best player in the world, and people are still going to find a way to hate. And, social media, someone can talk so crazy because you don't know who it is. They can make a burner page and say whatever they want. And I just feel like social media is a place where people won't say a lot of the stuff they type in person. So,
for sure.
I mean, it for sure built up the hate. I I actually got more hate comments going through my surgery process than any other time in
Really?
my life. Yeah,
You think you get support for that?
I did get support, but it was a lot of people who were saying crazy stuff. And that was a time where I was actually on my phone a lot, so, I got to see it. But I would say my surgery is when I got the most,
wow.
the most hate.
Talk about knocking you when you're down.
I know, yeah. They were really trying, but, it won't work.
Yeah. Oh, so your mental health didn't get affected at all from that?
Not from what people were saying. I think it was just I was getting affected by the condition I was in. I was kind of out of the loop for a second. I was off of a lot of medication. I didn't feel like myself. I went into that surgery. I think I was about 215. And when I got out, I was like 164. So,
damn.
It was bad.
How long were you in the hospital?
I was supposed to be in there for like 2 to 3 weeks. I think I made it out in like 8 or 9 days because I was trying to get out so bad. But I have pictures of like how I looked. You can see my ribs, my arms were skinny. Like
crap.
It looked crazy. So that's kind of what affected me a lot. I couldn't play basketball. I did step away from school for my freshman year because, even being around the team and just seeing it, it was hard to do just because I wanted to be out there. I was supposed to be out there. I was just playing 2 weeks before this and, I just needed a break from everything. I just spent a lot of time with my family and friends. So
nice.
Yeah.
And that was at LSU?
That was at UCLA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So how many years did you play in college?
I played.
Are you interested in coming on the Digital Social Hour podcast as a guest? Well, click the application link below in the description of this video. We are always looking for cool stories, cool entrepreneurs to talk to about business and life. Click the application link below, and here's the episode, guys.
1 at UCLA, 2 at LSU, so just 3 years in college.
Got it. And what was that transition from college to the G League like?
Not going to lie, I feel like the G League was a bit easier than college. Yeah, I actually think so a lot. I feel like college is more team basketball, team defense you have to go by. You go by one person, you have all 4 other people in front of you. G League, it's like you get past your man, you might have one other man you have to meet. So, G League's more NBA style 1-on-1. I feel like college is more coach versus coach strategy, team. It's a lot of zone, a lot of you got to be able to knock down that open shot in college. I feel like with the G League, I had more leeway to kind of dribble, get to the rim, do whatever I wanted. So I feel like it was a little bit easier than college, not going to lie.
Dude, that's interesting because I've had on NBA guys, and they say NBA is more like high school basketball.
It really was. I thought going to the G League, I was going to be like, oh, man, this is gonna be hard. But getting there, it wasn't bad at all. It was more like high school basketball for sure.
Wow. I wonder if college will ever adapt, or they're just because they use the same systems from like 80 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I hope they do. I feel like college basketball, it had me confused. I feel like I had to relearn basketball. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? What kind of defense is this? But going to the G League, all the stuff that I learned in college was kind of like, get that out of there.
Absolutely.
You have your basic knowledge about basketball, but just do what you do. So
yeah, people talk about how the skill level's just gotten so insane now. Mm-hmm. And do you feel like it's way harder to make the NBA than it was like in the 90s?
I actually had this conversation with my dad. He was saying if he played now, he would be considered the best athlete because you can't touch anybody now without fouling them. So he got fouled, or Michael Jordan, all them got fouled. You had to clothesline them for them to get a common foul. If you were to touch Michael Jordan nowadays, he would probably have 70 points a game because So I feel like it's kind of harder to make it now. The skill set is way crazier than it was, but I feel like the people in the 90s were for sure strive way more now because you can't get fouled now.
Yeah, it's more technical now, right? It's not like as much, I guess, power.
Yeah, it's not more power. There's people my size, weigh 200. You don't have to be the biggest guy. You can be the fastest, the highest jumping, but there's always someone on every team that's like another person. So, even people like Victor, like I haven't seen anybody like that in my life.
Oladipo?
No, not Victor. Not Victor Oladipo. Wembanyama.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like in a few years, the NBA is going to be full of kids that are like that. I swear.
Dude,
like 10 years, 7'4" kids all over the place.
How do you even guard that?
I guarded it one time. I stopped him one play.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
He still got the shot off, but he just missed. So I'm going to get that one on me.
I would count that.
Yeah, I'm counting it.
Damn. But you're what? You're 6'9". But I feel like these days, people your height need to have a jump shot.
For sure. You kind of need a jump shot. I feel like when I was doing my pre-draft stuff, it didn't matter what height you were. They were making every player do the same drills. And even when my dad was younger, he's like, you're not going to play like – when I was younger, my dad would tell me, you guys aren't going to be playing like me. You guys need to work out with a guy who's a guard. You need to learn how to shoot. You need to learn how to dribble. And we never knew what he was talking about, but now being older, I see he was right. And this was when I was a kid. He's like, you need to know how to shoot. I'm not going to teach you how to shoot. I'm not going to teach you how to dribble. I'm going to put you with someone else. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. So he saw the game changing. That's cool.
Yeah, he really did. And it was weird how he saw it. But I don't know where he saw it from, but he knew a long, long time ago that it was going to change. So
wow.
He was right.
And that's coming from a big man who respects that part of the game, too.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Did he train you a lot growing up?
Oh, yeah, he did. Never really liked working out with him when I was younger. His workouts are brutal. But, once he started putting us with other people, that's when we started to fall in love with the game a little bit.
Nice. How old were you when you beat him for the first time one-on-one?
I would say about 16.
Okay.
He was fresh off of a surgery. I want to say it was his Achilles or something like that, or a toe surgery. But
yeah,
I got him when he was down, but I'm still going to count it. He can't beat me now. He's too slow.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, he's not beating me.
Can he even dunk anymore?
Yeah, he can dunk. He can still dunk, yeah.
That's impressive. How old were you when you got your first dunk?
I was 13, eighth grade. I wish I had the video. I still look for it all the time, but I can't find it. I threw it off the backboard, and then I dunked it.
Jeez, at 13?
Yeah, because I always used to tap backboard, and then it was a kid. He plays in the NBA now. His name is Jules Bernard. He went to my school. He was always dunking, and one day I'm like, let me just try to dunk. I've always tapped backboard, and they threw me a lob off the backboard, and I did it. So, and then ever since then, I started dunking.
Your first dunk was a lob, bro?
Yeah, it was.
God damn. So you probably could have dunked at 12 at that point.
I probably could have. I just never tried because I was always so used to tapping the backboard. But I'll say 13 was my first one.
God damn. Do you have a team you cheer for?
I don't really have a team I cheer for. I like a lot of different players. Yeah, of course, I'm going to say Lakers because that's hometown. And, I was an NBA team that gave me a chance, so they'll always have my respect. But I just have a lot of favorite players.
Nice. Who are some of your players?
I like LeBron, Jason Tatum, SGA. So many. Paul
SGA's
George.
had a great couple years.
Yeah, he has. Paul George. Did I already say Jason Tatum?
Yeah, you said Tatum.
I did. I like Anthony Edwards. There's so many. I could count so many players that I look after. Like on the NBA app, I don't really have a set team. I just have the players that'll send me their highlights and all that, and the stats.
Who do you have winning this season? It's tough to say. It's kind of early, but
it is. I'm gonna just go Lakers. I want to see Bron get another one. That's always been my favorite player. So I want to see Bron win. So I'm gonna say Lakers.
I'm a Bron fan, dude.
Yeah, for sure. And I have one of my college roommates is on that team, Alex Fudge. So
sick.
Yeah, I'm a root for them always.
Nice. What have been some of your conversations with Bron like?
They're always quick.
That sounds like Bron.
They're always quick. Most of the times I've seen him, it's after the game, before a game. What's up, nephew? How you doing? I'm good. Tell everybody I said hi. Trying to think of like a real long conversation I've had with Bron one time.
Yeah.
I want to say it was after my surgery or like during that time when he just, kind of just sent me like a little get well message. But every time I talk to Bron, it's always 1 to 2 minutes, just chopping it up, just just reconnecting. It's always quick, but it's always good to see him.
Yeah. I think when you're a billionaire, you really value every minute.
And he's a super good person. Every time I've seen him play, he just has that aura when he walks around. Like I feel like if you were in a room and your back is facing the door and LeBron walks in, you could tell something like somebody great just walked in. Yeah, like it's just a super cool thing. Only 2 people have that. Feel like that I've met is Kobe and LeBron. So,
wow. Yeah. And I know you talked to Kobe a bit more than him, right?
Yeah. Kobe was always around. It was more through DMs. He lived so far that it'd be kind of hard to catch him. I caught him a little bit when Gigi would play basketball because her and my youngest sister were always in the same tournaments. They also had the same birthday, and then I know the day they passed, he was playing. I want to say he was playing my sister's team.
Oh, wow.
If I'm saying that right, or they were playing after, before, or against my sister's team. Or I know that day was a championship. It's supposed to be their team versus my sister's team because those are the 2 best teams. But, yeah, we talked a lot, especially during my surgery. He just checked in on me every day while I was in the hospital. So
nice.
Yeah.
Dude, you hear so many legendary stories of him, and I feel like he still lives in a lot of people.
For sure he does. Yeah, I have this necklace on with Kobe and Gigi on it right now.
Wow.
But, yeah, he for sure is a legend and always will be one.
Yeah, dude, that's the one moment, like, I remember where I was when I found out.
Yeah, I do too. I actually talked about this 2 days ago. It's just, It's bad. Yeah, it was crazy day.
Like, that's never happened with me with a celebrity death.
Yeah, me either. Actually, one other, Michael Jackson. I know exactly where I was. I was a young kid when Michael Jackson died.
I don't remember where I was.
I remember Michael Jackson. I remember where I was when Michael Jackson died, and then the Kobe one, I could go like from the wake up to the end of the day. I know that story like completely.
Wow. Yeah, because your family was obviously super close with them.
And we were all spread apart a little bit, which made it kind of worse. So it was like a few of us out in LA, some of us in Atlanta, someone else in so it was kind of it hit different that day for sure.
Yeah, that must have been like a huge pivotal moment in your life, right?
For sure, yeah. It changed a lot, it just changed how I kind of viewed everything, because Kobe seemed like one of those people like nothing could ever happen to.
Right.
And, just it's a lot of people, you think about that. Like, you don't think on a daily basis, okay, this would be the last time I talk to him, this would be the last time I see him. But, when that happened, it kind of just like, it opened my eyes, and I'm like, wow, like life is really real, and it's just, you can never take anything for granted.
Dude, I started texting people and just forgiving them. Like, I didn't want to leave on any bad notes with anyone.
Yeah, that's how I am now. If I get in an argument with a family member and it lasts for more than a few hours, I'm going to always step up and be like, I don't want to fight.
Wow, so you take the high road.
For sure, yeah. I don't want to risk it at all because,
Yeah, you really never know, man.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
Damn. Yeah, transitioning from that, I guess, with hack-a-Shaq back in the day. Mm-hmm. What did you feel about that? Because it was pretty crazy, man.
I didn't really okay, a crazy thing is, it sounds pretty wild, but growing up, we would be at the games, but we never watched the basketball games. Every single team has, a little practice court, a little kids' family area, and we would always be back there every single game from L.A. all the way until, we really stopped going to the games when it was like the Cleveland, Boston days, but from like L.A., Phoenix, and the Miami days, we were always in the kids' room playing with the other kids. Like, it was Gary Payton II's back there, Gary Payton's youngest son, Julian's back there, Udonis Haslem's son, Zaire's back there, like, all the NBA players' kids are always in the back in the practice court playing their own game. So, like, I never really knew what was going on with my dad. Like, I knew he was great, but I never really watched it because I was always back there with the other kids.
You didn't see it on the news, though?
Nah, I didn't really look at the news or anything like that. I can only really tell by the way it was, like, when we walked around in public. Like, okay.
Oh, wow.
But hack-a-Shaq, like, I never really understood it. Like when I was growing up, I'm like, oh, they're just fouling him because he's big. They can't do anything. But I didn't really know it's because he wasn't the best free throw shooter, but now it makes sense. Like, it makes sense now. But growing up, I didn't really understand it at all.
Wow, they had to make a whole rule.
I know, they did.
That is nuts.
It's hilarious.
That's when you know you're different.
I know, yeah. I mean, imagine if he could make, like, if he would have made all those free throws.
Oh, my God.
Or if he could shoot that extra jump shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been unstoppable.
Do you think the free throw thing was just mental? Because obviously he's practicing them, but do you think it was just like a mental block or something?
He actually, I feel like I asked him one time when I was younger, like, what it was. And if you ever see a men's basketball in his hands, I understand why it was so hard to shoot. It looks like he's holding a Nerf ball. Like, there's a whole compilation on the internet of my dad holding things.
I've seen that, like 5 water bottles.
He's holding a Coke can. He's holding with like 2 fingers. Like, a men's basketball is some people can't, some grown men can't even palm a basketball, but with him, it looks like he's shooting a Nerf ball. And like, I understood that. At home, he'll make them. At home, he'll make 10 threes in a row. It's just, I swear, like,
so
I don't know what it was. Like,
it's got to be partially mental then.
The thing is, I don't think anything mentally gets to him. Like, the way he is, like, he's just so wired differently.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's my dad, just now being older and seeing how he's wired and how he moves, it's just, I don't think anything really affects him. And I don't know if it was mental or if it was just, I don't know what it was. That's something for him to answer. Yeah. It's weird because at home he'll make them, when it mattered at the game, he would make them. Yeah. But it's just at home, he's like Steph Curry, I swear. Like,
if you got videos, you got to show me
for
later.
Sure, I got you. I will.
That's actually crazy, picturing him making 10 threes in a row. But yeah, he didn't seem to fear anything. Is that something you sort of picked up from him as well?
For sure. It was weird. I've always been a very curious person, Yeah. I feel like I can scare myself more in my mind than I can, like, being in that exact moment. And, with him being my dad and how my mom is, I really don't, they never let us see them down or, like, sad or mad. If they're sad, they're going to be the happiest person in the world just so we can see that. So, being around them and growing up with my parents, I feel like when I was in a scary situation, I was like, only thing I know is to just go through it and not back up because sorry to bring it back to the surgery, but they gave me an option. They're like, you can either not get the surgery, you can play basketball. It might not ever happen. You know, some people have this in their life and they make it till they're 90 years old. And then, you know, some people get the surgery. They're like, the only consequences with that is you can put your shoes on any day and it could be over with. Wow. And I was so scared of the surgery. I'm like, I've never broken a bone. I've never gotten any surgery. So I was like, I'm not going to get the surgery. I'm just going to play.
Yeah.
And play. And if something happens. But, you know, I was thinking in the moment. And then I tied my shoes like a little bit after. I'm like, you know, this is the last time I play basketball. It's going to be tragic. So I finally was like, you know, stop being scary. Stop being a punk and just go through the surgery. And, you know, I went in it, and I feel like if it wasn't for my parents being there and how they raised me, I honestly would have folded on that surgery and probably just stopped playing basketball. But
yeah, that's such a pivotal moment, man. Jeez. And it is scary, man. I mean, you saw what happened to Bronny, right?
Yeah, I did. I think I woke up to that news. Like I was taking a little nap, and I woke up to that news, and it was just, you know, it wasn't like deja vu, but it's just crazy to me. I'm like, I was at UCLA and it happened my freshman year. Bronny's at USC and it happened his freshman year.
Crazy.
And I'm just like, it kind of hit close to home. I'm like, even though it's a rival school, I'm like, that's still a really close friend of my little brother and my whole family. And, you know, seeing it happen to someone you know, it kind of scared me a little bit. Like when it happened, I want to say I was going to work out that day, but I kind of like shied away from it because I'm like, I just don't have that right feeling. And
was this before you got the surgery when it happened?
When Bronny's? No, this was way after. Bronny's happened not too long ago, but still, like, even just seeing it kind of like brought me back to that like in shock feeling. I'm like, man, this is like, it's not good at all. So
yeah, dude, that is wild. What are you passionate about outside of basketball and business? Are you getting into music at all?
Yeah, I make beats here and there for fun. I actually learned how to do that while I was recovering from my surgery. And I've actually always been pretty good at video games, but I want to start streaming. I just kind of got to watch what I say.
Oh, yeah. You saw that one player? I forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't want to get canceled. I got to watch my mouth sometimes, but...
Which is tough because sometimes you rage.
Sometimes you do rage, or sometimes you get so hyped that you just might say anything. But I'm going to start streaming soon. I'm going to start getting out some beats to people. A big goal of mine was always to get, not even win a Grammy or anything, just get some of my favorite rappers or artists just to rap on a beat that I made. They don't have to post or anything, but if I can hear like a Future or a Drake or anybody on a beat that I've made, you know, that'll
dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So
I met Drake's ghostwriter at the Durango last week.
What's the Durango?
It's a new hotel in Vegas.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'll put you in touch with him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
maybe I gotta do that. I need some artists on the song.
Yeah. What games you play? I just started playing Fortnite again.
I've been playing Fortnite, Call of Duty, GTA. This sounds crazy, but I'm horrible at 2K.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell an embarrassing story. Never told this before, but you know, I was probably like 17 at the time. My youngest sister might have been 13 or 14. I think I lost by like 37.
You lost your sister.
She was like 14. I lost by like 37 points. Because my thing is, I always spam one player, and the stamina bar is like low. I'm not subbing them out. They're just gonna play through it. So you know, when the player's tired, they're running extra slow. They're missing shots. Like nothing's really.
Oh, you're supposed to. I've never played, so you're supposed to distribute it. You're saying?
Yeah, if you turn the stamina off, then I can spam the same player the whole time full speed. But with the stamina on, you know, you got to kind of spread it out, like and sub people and do all this. And I was playing horrible that day. And you know, I always play 2K, but I play my career. If I play in the park, nobody passes me the ball. I feel like a loser out there, so I stopped playing.
People go hard on that game. I see it on Twitter and stuff.
For sure they do.
People dedicate like their whole life. People even bet money on it.
Yeah, they have a whole league. Like you can get drafted to a 2K league. You ever seen that before? Yeah.
Nah.
They have like a whole league. They do a 2K draft and all that, and then they make a lot of money from it. So respect.
That's nuts. Are you hype about the new GTA?
Yes, I am. A big thing about GTA is you always got to make sure you live a perfect life before it comes out.
Why?
It's just 2026. No, it's like 2026. So you're like, all right, I just got to stay calm until then. You know, don't mess up. Don't do anything wild until then. You got to always have a good chance of getting GTA 6 if you just keep it mellow. You know?
I feel that. What's your favorite video game of all time?
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say Prototype. Do you remember that game? You ever played Prototype?
What is that?
Prototype. It was I can't even explain. It's like, let's say GTA open world. It's a guy, you know, it's an apocalypse. I don't even know how to explain this game.
Is it a shooter? Is it a?
It's like you're a super villain, superhero.
Okay.
This dude, he can just do whatever he wants. It's like it's the best game I ever played.
I gotta
But
check it out.
prototypes are like, I don't even know how to explain this game. It's so
that
crazy.
insane?
Yeah, it's that insane.
All right, I'll check it out. I'm a
Oh,
PC
man,
gamer.
I wish I could explain prototype, but if people know what prototype is, they'll know what I'm talking
All
about.
right. What's your system? Xbox?
PS5. I just
PS5?
switched 2 years ago. I was Xbox, but I switched to PS5.
All right. Yeah, I'm a PC gamer, dude.
I need to get a PC.
Yeah.
I only got a PS5 so I can play the Spider-Man games.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's why I switched. So.
Was that your favorite movie series? Superhero one?
Yeah, but my Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire.
The original one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's my Spider-Man.
There's always that debate, like which one's the best.
Yeah, I'm Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. For
People
sure.
like the new guy. What's Holland?
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah, I like all the Spider-Mans, but if I had to choose one, Tobey Maguire for sure.
Same, honestly. We grew up with that.
Yeah, we did. That's like our basically our Michael Jordan. For
Yeah.
how older people talk about Michael Jordan.
Yeah. That's true, man. And the new movie, they had all three of them. It was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Are you big on movies and shows?
Not as much as I used to be. I like a lot of superhero movies.
Anime?
Just Dragon Ball Z. That's all
Okay.
I've ever watched. And then I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've only ever watched Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super.
That's a good
I
one.
need to get into some more anime.
You could go down a deep
I know.
hole, man.
I have a whole list of anime I'm supposed to watch. I haven't started yet, but
Dude, I dedicated, when I was in college, 10 hours a day to it.
really,
You could get addicted, man.
I know. That's why I'm scared. I gotta chill with
Yeah.
the TV a little bit.
Especially with all the business you're about to start doing in
For
basketball.
sure, yeah. It's gonna be a
Man,
lot.
on the business side of things, anything fun coming up there?
There's a lot of networking I've been doing. Just looking forward to getting to work, learning from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend a few months moving around with him. I've spent these past few months moving around with him, and the people I've met and the things I've seen and heard is just already more amazing than what I've experienced my 23 years of life. So
Amazing.
I can't wait for this new year to come up and some new opportunities, and people will be seeing me on these commercials and me
Let's
on
go.
these billboards. So I'm working towards it. I got to learn. I'm finishing school right now. I'm going back to get my degree, and then I'm gonna be working soon.
Oh,
so,
sick. That's
yeah.
cool to see you still stick it out with school.
For sure, yeah. I left a little bit to go do G League and go, chase my dreams. And when I realized I could do both, play basketball and do work and do business, it kind of clicked more. So yeah, I'm
Wow.
gonna do that.
You'd be like the first player to pull that off, I feel like.
I mean, I feel like someone has, but actually, I don't
No,
know.
because usually they play first, then do business.
Yeah, not
Well,
at
you're
the same
doing-
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it at the same time. There's a lot of there's time for basketball and there's a lot of free time I have. So why not finish school? Why not learn about these business things? So I can do both at the same time, and I'm good with managing my time, still getting enough sleep, still getting an hour or two to play my video games. So once
Yeah.
I had a set schedule, I was like, I can definitely do this. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You got a balanced life, man.
I
It's
know.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, not many people can pull all that off. I mean, video games, some people play 8-10 hours a day.
It can happen. I'm not gonna lie, last night I stayed up to about 2-3 in the morning playing Fortnite, trying to get a win. I always try to get one win a day, and if it don't happen, I kind of
Do you do ranked or non-ranked?
I'll do ranked sometimes, but those kids are too good. Those kids are too good.
I can't do build anymore.
I started playing no build so much that building is kind of foreign to me
Yeah,
now.
same.
So
No, those
ranked,
kids
I'll
are-
hide until the end and try to get some cheap snipes off or something. But
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
I'm in a bush sniping until the very end.
for sure, that's what I do.
Oh, man. Well, it's been fun, dude. Anything you want to close off with?
Nah, thank you for having me. It was awesome.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, thanks
I didn't
for
know
coming
you're
on.
that tall, bro.
I know,
It
we
actually
gotta-
surprised me.
We'll have to hoop at Lifetime, man.
For sure. Let me know.
I'll
I'm
bring you
always
out.
down.
All right. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.